Alright, the second device I want to talk about is actually this right here. This is a cobblestone generator. This entire thing right here. Alright, the way I wired this up, it's really hard to show how the initial concept of how I started this, but I started right here. These are two aqueous accumulators, and the reason why I use those blocks is because I got these for free as a quest reward. So that's what prompted me to actually try to start making like a real cobblestone generator. These blocks right here from Greg Tech, these stone barrels, these are actually cobblestone generators. So if you look at the recipe, as long as you put water and lava in it, you're gonna make cobblestone. There's a couple other different recipes in here, and this is one of the early blocks that you get in the early progression of this pack or whatever. You know, it's a block basically made for a Greg Tech sky block or whatever. So I got the idea of, and it's very easy to make this block itself. So I can't find the recipe for it, but it's an easy block to make. So I just went out and made a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? These are fluid pipes or whatever from Create, and I'll show this in a minute. The aqueous accumulator from thermal expansion makes basically infinite water sources. Even though I don't technically need these blocks, I just left them there. I forgot all about it. I could just use regular water sources because these pipes can pull from regular water sources. But these pipes are pulling water out of these aqueous accumulators, and they're sending them to all of these different barrels. Now, the water works the same ways in real life. You have to have a pump to move the water upwards and spread it around. So that's what these mechanical pumps are. And these have to be turned on and actually moving to pull water. You know what I'm saying? Most of these barrels are already full of water because I already tested all of this. You know what I'm saying? But over here, the same type of thing. You can see what I'm talking about. If I turn everything on down here, and I need all of these different cells in order to make this run, it'll start automatically pulling. This is not glued together. Why is this not glued together? I have to come back and glue this together. But you can see if you don't glue it properly, then that can happen. There should be no problem with this. Why is everything not glued together? Alright, this is a copy of World, so I never did anything with this except for stopping. For whatever reason, it's not actually glued together, so I have to get the glue and glue it back together. But that's gonna bother me now. Let's just get the glue real quick. That shouldn't be an issue right now. Alright, so all of these gears are moving, and what it's doing is pulling water out and forcing the water to go upwards. And you see the water's getting fed into the barrels. And every single one of these gray blocks that you see, these are all barrels, stone barrels. So fluid pipes is encasing the entire thing. And then item pipes, these yellow pipes right here with the black strips, I'm gonna pull everything out. Of course, these pipes are just set to default. They're not set to extract items out of the barrels just yet, but they're putting water into these barrels. You can see the water right here filling up.
Oh, you got food now, then?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your food.
Yeah, I'll get it in a minute. Alright, so over here, the same thing as over there. We got all of these different drawers right here. These drawers right here are made to contain all the different cobblestone or whatever. Same thing, got item pipes. They have item pipes inserting into these barrels, and they're also going to be pulling out. There's going to be strips of pipes down here, and these pipes are real easy to make. This is another early game item. So everything that I'm using to create these machines are all early game stuff. So if we stop this real quick, next video I'm gonna go into the actual world. Let me glue this one together as well. and you get to see what this actually looks like. So these are all chunk of line for the most part. This right here is actually off. This is actually two different modules. I only built one of these and then I just copied it over. And this is one module right here. You get to see what I did in the actual world. This storage system was meant for something else. This is meant for another playthrough, but I just happened to build it right here because I happen to be here. And mind you, the entire time, this took a couple of weeks to actually build this in survival. You know, it took like maybe like a day or two to actually build it up and get everything working properly in creative. But it took a minute to actually build it in survival. And I completely forgot that I have to actually crush down the cobblestone to seed it. You know what I'm saying? And so I need a good system for gravel, because I need gravel, I need sand, and I need a what's your name. So it's gonna be a couple of crushing wheels, and I have to get into brass and all that to do that. But that's another video. So we're gonna cut out and go to the survival world so you can see what all of this looks like.